Hey you guys, it's me Kiana. I'm showing you part 2 to my homemade chili. I'm just showing you what to put in. This is something that you don't have to spend a lot of time, so it's not time consuming. However, it will taste like a really great warming homemade dish at the end. You want to pair this with some tortilla chips, and I showed you the choices in my first video that I have. Or you can fix some homemade cornbread. As for me, shortcutting today, so I'm going to fix just the tortilla chips. I also have tortilla strips that looks great when you plate it all up. You're going to top it with some Mexican 4 cheese blend, and you can have some sour cream, and you can use some jalapenos as well. Right now I've already put my seasonings in, and I'll show you. That's garlic powder, chili powder, some accent, and some adobe. As you can see, I've already put the seasonings in. I also added 1 can of chili beans to the mix, and we're going to add as well 2 containers of ragu or prego sauce, and also 1 can of tomato paste. You don't see any vegetables because in the first video I explained to you that Daddy does not eat the celery and onion and green pepper. So what I'm going to do is, right now you hear the sizzling in the background, I'm sauteing the vegetables separately, and then I'll just spoon it over each individual portion that if anybody likes it or wants it. As for me, Nene and I, we both like the vegetables on it. So, alright, 1 second, you guys. This is the vegetables. I got it. Got it. This is the vegetables, you guys. And again, I'm going to saute these and serve that on individual plates or bowls. Okay? It will be much easier and quicker if you fix it inside the dish. So if that's available to you, definitely do it. I also showed you guys how you can use any leftover ground beef that you have, maybe from tacos, or in my case I made meatloaf with no fillers, and I put that on camera. You guys can do that a couple of videos back. And I froze, it was like 1/4 left of the meatloaf, and I just added that, and you actually are looking at just 1 pound of meat and then some leftover meatloaf with no fillers. That was just straight ground beef and seasoning, and it's going to make a whole big pot of chili. So it's more economical doing it that way. It's easier, and you definitely feed more people and have more serving. So let me begin adding the sauce. And for this, as I stated in the first video, you want to definitely use a sauce that doesn't have a cheap taste to it, because besides the meat, this is the main thing you'll be tasting. Okay? And what you're going to do is utilize every bit of that sauce. So we're going to add a little bit of water into these jars at the end. Shake it and then pour in there into your pot. Okay. Okay, you guys. I'm trying to do this with one hand, you guys. So Bear with me with the tomato paste. Oh, I got it. Okay. And the next video will be the end results. Right now I'm just going to stir this all around. Then you're just going to put this on a slow simmer, which means you're going to turn your burner or your crock pot down and just let this go by itself. This is one of those dishes, the longer you cook it and let it simmer, the better it's going to taste. And as you see, it's pretty thick, so that's why we said we're going to utilize all the sauce that's in those jars by adding a little bit of water. And I'm going to stir this real good, and I'll show you the end results as I plate it up, you guys. Love you all. Rate, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you'll try this meal. Of course, as all of my meals, it is a meal that's $10 and under. It's definitely going to feed between 6 to 8 people. You can also use this as a great lunch for your as far as leftovers. Use it for lunch, and it's a great dish to use for these these cold winter nights. Warm your bones and stretch that dollar. Love you all. Be blessed.